Hey, shalom, shalom. It's your brother Abba Buff in the DC Church, coming at you, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadosh, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahushua being whom the world and we really call Jesus Christ, Ba'ashem meaning in the name, Recall meaning Spirit, Kakadosh meaning Holy. Alright, these are the names and the powers that I come to you in order to profess the 100% truth. The Lord's will seal the elect's fate. Alright, Shanya Kabag of other Rakabs and Queen Nava Ike, meaning double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. In these times when the Heavenly Father had enlisted the 100% truth to, in order to be portrayed and conveyed to the elect. And of course, Shalom, Barakim, Makar, Shalom, peace and blessings be upon the elect of the nation of Israel. Alright, and to the men out there that's pushing this word of sincerity and truth, to you I say Shalom, Barakim, Makar, or peace and blessings be upon you. Now, without further ado, I just wanted to name this video, your life could change in a matter of seconds, okay? And I'm thinking of multiple precepts, you know, Matthew chapter 10, verse 28, Proverbs chapter 1, Sirach chapter 1, you know, and multiple scriptures that talk about, you know, how imperative it is for you to fear the Heavenly Father and also to regard the Heavenly Father in the way in which he should be regarded, okay? And I mainly thought of this topic because not necessarily based off the strength of, you know, Kevin Samuels passing away, but more so off the sense of how I just kind of recently went through something myself. You know, I ate some food, and then moments after that, I started feeling like heartburn. I started having heartburn. You know, it wasn't the healthiest choice of food to eat, but it put me in a different perspective of why you're supposed to fear the Heavenly Father even more. Because pain in the flesh is something no man wants to feel. You know, every man wants to feel pleasure. Every man wants to be have a good standing body and a healthy body. But the Lord is capable of really changing that in a matter of seconds. And that's why he's supposed to be regarded. And that's why the Heavenly Father is to be feared. All right, the scriptures state in Matthew chapter 10, verse 28, fear not him that's able to kill the body and not the soul. You know, but fear him that's able to torment both the body and the soul in hell. Okay, and that hell is talking about conditions. All right, it's hell to have ailments in the flesh. Okay, it's hell to experience pain in the flesh, and the Lord is capable of doing that to its extremities. So that's why the Heavenly Father is to be regarded and to be feared, and also to be not recommended, but well, you could say recommended too, but that's not the word that I was commended on a day-to-day basis. The scriptures tell you to pray without ceasing in the book of 1 Thessalonians, I believe the 5th chapter. All right, I'm quoting, but the moral of the story is, or the moral of this epistle is, you know, the Heavenly Father Yahweh Shema Shai is to be feared. Okay? And the scriptures also say what? It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Referring to Yahweh Shema Shai Shema Kakadosh. Okay? Because there are multiple situations to where, you know, the Heavenly Father could have inflicted you. He could have afflicted you way worse than he did, but he had mercy on you. All right? And that's why the scriptures state in Job chapter 11, verse 6, it says that the Lord exacteth thee less of what thine iniquity deserveth. All right? So that tells you right there that the Heavenly Father has an immense amount of mercy on us. But that doesn't mean that he's not going to allow us to feel pain. All right? But the thing is, we experience pain in a different aspect, because we're experiencing the temporary pain as of right now, so that we don't have to face that eternal torment and come back to everlasting shame and contempt in the kingdom of heaven. All right? We don't want to be in a shameful position when it comes to Yahweh Shema Shai in the kingdom of heaven. That's number one. And number two, we also don't want to feel that final destruction that the Heavenly Father has for the wicked of our nation, of Yasharallah. All right. and for the the rest of the world, because there's going to be a lot of heathen that are in the mix of those thermonuclear missiles, because the Lord is going to destroy all the wicked. All right. And also Jeremiah or Jeremiah, I believe it's chapter 15, where it tells you that there's going to be several different ways of how these individuals are going to be judged. Some of them are going to get judged by famine. Some of them are going to be by the sword. Some of them are going to be to other instances of death. But we don't want to experience any part of the terrible side of Yahweh Shem Shai. And when I say terrible, I mean terror-able. All right? The Heavenly Father is able to inflict a heavy set of judgment on you. All right? And it's not even just a physical thing, because the physical thing is certain elements in the flesh, but spiritual things and mental things, man. The Lord could plague you with depression. The Lord could plague you with anxiety, terrible anxiety, and not give you any alleviation from it or remedy for it. You gotta really fear the Heavenly Father. To fear Yahweh Shem Shai is the wisest thing for you to do in this flesh. All right? Because with fear comes the regard, comes the respect, comes the acknowledgement. All right? And that's what Yahweh Shem Shai requires. If you're an Israelite, of course. So I'm trying to grab this real quick. Hopefully. Because I was thinking about the book of Sirach, and I'd be remiss if I didn't bring out at least a precept from that. Even though I'm in transit, I really want to bring that out, because it expounds on the point a lot more than I can physically, or I can with my own words. The words of Yahweh Shem Shai are just millions of times more better than what I'm going to tell you. Or what I would say from my own mouth. It's like it. Cool. All right. It's like it. Give me 1 second. Yep. This is Sirach chapter 1. Chapter 1, verse 14. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All right? So it's a wise thing for you to fear the Heavenly Father, for you to regard Him, for you to acknowledge and to obey. All right? The scriptures say obedience is better than sacrifice. If you're doing the will of the Heavenly Father, if you're being obedient, you don't need to sacrifice. Because you're already handling out what the Heavenly Father told you to do. The main reason why you sacrifice is when you transgress. If you ain't transgressing, ain't no need for you to sacrifice. But knowing the flesh that we live in, or that our spirit resides in, we have to automatically sacrifice, because the thoughts of foolishness is sin, as the scriptures state. Okay. Nonetheless, it says, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. All right. And thankfully, it's funny, because I was even talking to my father, and he said the way that me and my brother talking about the brother Dewada, he said the way that we were raised, it's like, basically God set that up, and thankfully I have a mother that believes, so that I was able to be introduced into more spiritual things since the youth up. But that was all set up by Yahweh Shem Shai, and I know every other brother has their own instances on how they were introduced into the truth. But this faith that you have in Yahweh Shem Shai was already allotted into you prior to you even being born, prior to you even being a thought. All right, which is a blessing, because the fear of the Heavenly Father is what's going to reserve you, it's going to preserve you. Okay, it says she hath built an everlasting fountain with men, and she shall continue with their seed. All right, to fear the Lord is fullness of wisdom. So to fear the Heavenly Father is the act of wisdom. It's the fullness of wisdom. I mean, it's the encompassment of wisdom. All right, and I believe that word, like encompassment, is like thawamum, like because the word thamum is like complete, essentially. All right. Yeah, that was really mainly the point. I think to fear the Lord is the fullness of wisdom, and filleth men with her fruits, right? Because to fear the Heavenly Father, there's benefits that come to that. There's side benefits that come to fearing the Heavenly Father. Because when you acknowledge the Heavenly Father enough, the Lord sees that. The Lord can see your sincere intent in regard to the things that He said, even when you do happen to transgress. And that's when the Heavenly Father implicates that a lot of mercy onto you. Okay, and I'll be real with you, the Lord has more mercy on the children of Israel that actually know of the truth than He does of the children of Israel that don't know of the truth. And the reason why I say that is because we know better. So when we transgress, we already know, hey, look, I fucked up and I did so-and-so. But the Heavenly Father doesn't allocate the judgment of the actual wicked onto you. Okay, and that's when we got King David, when he said in Romans the 3rd chapter, he said, blessed is the man to whom his iniquities have been covered. Okay, and iniquity is sin upon sin. But what differs us from the rest of the world is because the Heavenly Father had chosen us and predestinated us to be a part of this truth. All right, but your life can seriously change in a matter of seconds, within a snap of a finger, if you don't fear the Heavenly Father correctly, if you're not referencing the Lord correctly, man. All right, the Lord can have any source of judgment be, allocated to you, and you can go from being fine today, being in a good situation today, and then tomorrow you can be homeless, man. Tomorrow you can be bodies full of sores, or have a really bad case of the vid, whatever it is, man. The Lord is able to put those spirits on you, because every occurrence that happens with the spirit attached to it. The Lord, it ain't nothing for the Lord to commission a spirit of sickness to go on you and you're done. Okay, just like for old dude, Lord put the spirit out there to take his spirit, and personally I don't know how he died, but dude ain't here. He was here the day before, and now he's not. The Lord can do the same exact thing to you. You're no better than any man. Okay? The only thing that separates us is that we actually, do the work of Yahweh Shema Shai from week to week and acknowledge it, which we're supposed to do. Okay? But with that, that's really the main point. With that, I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashim Kokadash. Shani Kabaga, well, Rikaz, Queen of Life, Shalom, Barakam, Barakam, Shia. Fear the Heavenly Father, man, it'll get you far, truthfully. There's more of an exhortation of what the Heavenly Father can do to you, and an acknowledgement of what the Heavenly Father can do to you, so that, you're moving more cautiously in your everyday life. So with that, I say shalom.